Hi, my name is Rachel and I'm recording my video about culture sensitivity and competence and how this is an aspect of therapeutic communication. Um, um, I had quite a hard time recording this video because I have to, make a scenario, which I know is going to be okay. In this video, I try to assess the needs of the patient who is before me. I and I started by, greeting the patient. Hello, Mr. Jones. Thank you for coming for this therapeutic session with me. I understand you've been struggling with some alcohol use disorder that makes you have multiple relationships with women, but when you're married, I'm just making it up. The needs of the patient in this case was actually the fact that he was abusing alcohol and, was trying to kind of like just have dual relationships with a couple of women, and yet he was married, and this is affecting your family and is affecting how you relate with your wife. My client is of African descent. When he explained to me his childhood experiences, I noticed that he mentioned that his father was polygamous. I did respect the client values and beliefs, and him growing up in a background that took multiple women in one marriage as okay, in quotes, actually, made him believe that, whatever he was doing was justifiable. I respected the client's values and beliefs. I tried not to be judgmental, but I also, told him, I stayed firm with my, not opinion, but stand that this was going to affect his family and that he did not have to follow through with his forefathers. I did provide support that it is important that he has come up actually to, talk about it and see how he can turn away from this undesirable situation in a way that is going to benefit him from having a good relationship with his wife and his children, which was bringing a lot of depression for the wife, and the wife was now requiring mental health treatment and all that, and he wasn't proud of it. I did encourage him to verbalize his feelings. He did verbalize that he was not proud of his behaviors, that he has made wrong choices, and unfortunately, this is what it had come to, and did not want to go ahead with a divorce, and was here to kind of like explore his feelings and change, accordingly, so that he can keep his family together. I was culturally sensitive. This is actually, I tried not to go through transference and counter transference, because I have grown up in a polygamous family myself, because my late father had 5 women with 8 children, of which, my mother, was the last woman, and she had 5 children. So I did kind of identify with him. I don't support it, but I recognize that, this is a cultural aspect that has been around, unfortunately, for a long time, and you don't have to follow pursuit through it. I did offer effective communication to the, with my client. I opened up, I was culturally competent because I wanted him to trust me. Trust with my client was the most important thing to me, actually. I wanted him to trust me. I wanted him to be open to me. I wanted him to kind of like be free with me when we are talking about these things. Me being culturally sensitive actually helped me in this relationship, because it made me not be biased and not look at him in a judgmental way. and kind of like be open to each other. Many other barriers can actually affect this relationship, like again being judgmental and looking at this person from a different lens. Now that I know that he's doing what he's doing, he's drinking and he's being polygamous and so on and so on. Finally, it also helped me to kind of identify my own personal values. I know it's not about me, but it helped me to identify my own personal inner values about this topic, and also to kind of like explore, my perceptions about the topic and how I felt about the whole, aspect of, being polygamous and, in relationship to alcohol use disorder. In the end, actually, it made me appreciate the culture. I don't agree with it, but I do have to recognize that unfortunately it happens and it can affect the upbringing of many children. One other thing is that it just reminded me of how when I first came to this country, and I'm proud to talk about this. Culturally, we are not supposed to make eye contact, because when I was growing up, they told me if you make eye contact, it was a sign of being rude. So you are going to be slapped. So when I came to this country, I had a hard time making eye contact because I didn't want to be rude, only to find out the opposite, that in this country, actually, if you don't make eye contact, you are rude. So it was the opposite of the other. In my culture, making eye contact, looking somebody in the face is rude. And in this culture, the American culture, when you do not make eye contact when somebody is talking to you, you are being rude. So it was a difficult transition. So I do recognize that cultural differences can actually, beliefs and norms can actually affect the way people take us.